Hi, everybody. It's Isha talking to ya. I was just sitting here with Ishi, and we were looking at like some prophecy videos, and he told me, he said, "Well, when you feel like talking, then that's when you need to go on and talk." So I had like I don't even know what I'm not thinking of even saying a certain thing or anything, but I just felt like talking. So he said that I'm supposed to talk when I feel like like I want to. So I will. Well, I mean, we I think we get like the message that I have, um, but it's not that I will repeat it from time to time. I'm going to tell you, yeah, the three things: you got to smile, bow down, put your face all the way to the ground. I'll even sing it for you, rap it for you, whatever. It's gonna, anything that I can, I'm gonna give it my all to help everyone like be able to remember those three steps. I'm not asking you to believe it yet. I'm asking you to just memorize it. Remember that I said that, and there's no harm. I don't see any harm in that. I hope anyone else doesn't either. That's the case, that's like saying it's harmful to say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? You didn't know why your grandparents told you that, but we all remember that we were told it, or whoever it was that told it to you. Likely it was an elder, or if another child told it to you, then they heard it from an elder. So yeah, I'll be repeating that to you, but I just want to talk to you. I want you to be able to hear my heart when I speak to you. I mean, I wish like somebody would ask me some questions or make a comment or you stink or whatever, you know. But if you were to say that, like at least say why you stink because, uh, you know, whatever you're bothered about, whatever I said, or and even if you have a you're great, then why that too? Because because we want it to be for the right reason, like and and I want to be able to address at, from my heart, like whatever concern that a person might have, if I can, if I've offended them, if I've offended anyone, or you know, I won't just even if I feel like even if I feel like you shouldn't be offended by that because I'm right. Even if I don't think like that. If somebody was offended, they really feel offended. They really feel offended, and and even if they're wrong for feeling offended, they still feel offended, and I still care, and I would still reach out to try to address the way that a person feels that was feeling that way because of me, even if it was because of a mistake. Like a mistake can happen, and then or a misunderstanding. We would at least try to like help fix it. So if you listen to what I'm saying and hear something that I say and you're like, ugh, then go ahead and drop a comment, even if it's a stinky one, you know? Because if you feel stinky, then that's how you feel. Like, you can do that. I mean, don't do anything like with the intent to be wrong. I'm not suggesting that because whatever we do before Ishi. So I wouldn't make a suggestion that would cost you. But and I just mean whatever is truly in your heart, um, you can go ahead and say that. I would recommend to try to use the utmost level of kindness, but because that's what I would use with you. But even if we don't agree about something, but I would rather be told like, you- I feel this way when you talk, so that I can help make that better for you. Okay. Um, and sometimes all it takes is like a little communication about a thing, you know? Like, oh, you thought I said ring? No, I said sing. And then it'll be something that simple. And then you're like, oh, that's what it was. Yeah. So yeah, like go ahead because it's really important to me. It's really important that the message uh, that Jesus gave us. He said, love one another. He said to love one another, and he even took it as far as to say to love your enemies. And he even took it further than that to tell you how exactly to do it, exactly how to do it. What was it? Matthew chapter 5, verse 44. Love your enemies. What is it? It's be good to those that hate you. Bless those that curse you. And what is it? What else did you supposed to do? Pray for them that persecute you, right? So we're supposed to be kind in the face of our adversaries. How many of us do that? Truly. Because here's another thing to think about. It doesn't say that we are supposed to appear to love our enemies. Some of us have to do that very well. Appear to love our enemies. But we're actually supposed to love our enemies. You know why? Because it's Ishi's will that everybody turns to him. That's why. He doesn't want anybody to get hurt. So even though everyone's being really bad, he doesn't want to the final ends to have to be like destruction, total destruction. Yeah, will be punished or chastened or corrected and in measure according to the deeds and according to what needs to be corrected. And we like to don't we like to choose what kind of correction we think we want, but that's not the way, and it's not even profitable. That's just the reason why like children have parents, because the children they would have just ate candy and wonder what, oh, but now I'm hungry. But the parents know we have to have meat, vegetables, and stuff, right? So that's how Ishi is. Like he's gonna make sure we've got our meat and our vegetables and everything, and we're probably gonna be like, oh, I want to do, but we need to let that go, and get rid of that I don't want to do feeling, and go ahead and eat our veggies when Ishi gives us our vegetables, right? It's our strength. He's strengthening us in power. And in order to possess power, you have to know how to stand up and walk straight. You can't hold the type of power that Ishi will bless us with a gift, and as though he would do that as though it were a small thing, and then there's even greater things beyond that in store. So yeah, but we have to know how to to drive the vehicle before we can operate it. So that's what these instructions are for, and the obedience is for. How would you like it if there was a whole bunch of, well, there are, but if there was an increasing amount of disobedient drivers on the road with you, and then they got worse, and they were like, red light, green light, who gives a shit? And they just, well, Ishi said I could say that. Okay. But yeah, if they just did that and they were doing that everywhere, how would you feel about driving anymore? Um, how would you feel if surgeons started like cheating on the test? You know, everybody though you're supposed to obey that. Well, we're supposed to obey Ishi that way, like, and even more so, we're supposed to cling to him. And this deception, that the deception has occurred whenever anybody thinks that they don't want to. So when we come into Ishi, there's going to be a process of letting go of what we think we know and accepting things that we thought or we might at first think are not tolerable or that we won't like. We think that it's that way because we are contrary to him. So in order to change from being contrary to not being contrary, you have to go through what you are opposed against. That's the disturbing feeling that you get when, or that's the disturbing, like when you think you have that anxiety or whatever anybody calls it, frustration, anger, hatred. That's what I call it, hatred. Um, but whatever it is that like you can tell somebody, well, you shouldn't be, don't be angry. I'm not angry, right? Okay, whatever you call that, like don't don't feel like that. Like try, like fight against that. Fight for your smile because we really need it, right? The smile is super important. Let's say that you bow down and you put your face all the way to the ground and you frown. Not You need to get straight A's on that one because it's too easy. Smile. Ishi will help us smile. There are some of us that are so broken that, well, how am I ever going to be able to smile again? Don't worry. Just try your best. Just do your very best, and Ishi will do the rest. He's not asking anybody to do something that they're not able to do. One person said to me that, um, they have a medical reason and described it why. It was like, well, I can't bow. Now, I just thought of this. Uh, I think there's some of us out there that might take the position, like if someone says that they can't bow, and to tell them, well, this is every Knee will bow. Yes, it does. But she's not mean. He's kind. So I would say, she actually said that accommodations or adjustments can be made in those kinds of situations. So, like that person that's not able to bow or bend their knee for whatever reason, um, that that person can do the what is it called, posture position, like when you lay on your face, you can do that if you're not able to uh, be on your knees. Some of our some of us have tender knees. Then just lay on your face on the floor, and don't worry. Like um, the sense of urgency and the you'll know that you need to. So it won't be feeling like how you feel right now. Like to get up, if you were to get up and lay on the floor and on your face, and you normally don't do that. Um, there's in certain situations you'll do things that you normally won't do. Like if there's a fire, you might exit out the window when you normally wouldn't do that, for example. So in this situation, um, yeah, it is a good idea to practice this and just we started doing drills at my house because I wanted to make sure that everybody knew what they were supposed to do. And I would say drill, and then everybody would jump into position like boom. And I would have to do I had to do the drill too because I was still at that time remembering about smiling, and I would be bowing and I have my face down and everything, but like oh, I'm not even smiling. I'm toast. Right. Right, like the little dude on the video game crashes. So like right now we can get that kind of thing together. We got a little whatever time we have, if anything. I don't know like how that's gonna work out, but we can we have time to prepare ourselves, we have time to prepare our children, our families. Yeah, I'm making it up, right? Everybody tell your family, like make that up to smile and bow down and stuff at the drill. No, I wouldn't do that. That's too. I was grown up. I'm like I've got other stuff like bills and stuff. Like I don't come on, make that up, and you don't even have to. That's messed up. No, I wouldn't do that to anybody. And then be making a video like I care about like things that are embarrassing and stuff. Like I wouldn't just do that. I'm really telling you the truth. I'm really telling you the truth. Like, this is what you need to do when you see Jesus. And just because we didn't know that before, and just because you didn't read it, and I can't point to you a verse, I can point to you a verse where Aisha says, "Oh, I'm going to do a new thing." I can point out the verse in the Bible where pretty much every single prophet came to say something that people were not expecting to hear every time because it was from Ishi. And Ishi doesn't speak in the manner that we speak in. He's all power. So he doesn't talk about like skateboards and skittles or guitars like the way we do. He does, but if he goes so far as to send a message to someone through his messenger, like, well, to prepare for something like this, then yeah, it's not gonna sound like you know, talking about your favorite cereal or something. So it sounds different, right? Well, it's been real. So I'll let it go this time. I'll just say it one more time. The three things that you need to do when you see Jesus. Practice saying his name like that with a big smile, like you're saying cheese or something. Cheese. Jesus. Okay? When you see Jesus, when he lets you behold him, step one, smile. Step two, bow down. Step three, put your face all the way to the ground when he lets you behold him. This is what you must do so that you live. Love ya.